4 qualifying heats tonight in total for the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks. Second one about to roll out. Lining up on the pole out of Dundas, the Evergreen Landscapes, Cal Tire number 69, Rob Twitchett. To the outside out of Ohsweken, the Custom Moccasins 188X, that is Tim Jamieson. Starting in third out of Dundas, the AXYZ International 11P, that's Patrick Abramson. And going from fourth out of Ohsweken, the Gales Auto Aftermarket 188 is Paul Longboat. Starting in fifth out of Hamilton, the R&B Sprinklers 96 is Brian Crosgrove. And going from the sixth spot out of Hamilton, the Kubota Oliveri Electric, Gaylor Equipment number 16 is Fabio Oliveri. Going from seventh out of Burlington, the Let's Landscape, Chips Action Sport, Leggett Chevrolet 01 of Tristan De Silva. And there he is, starting in the eighth spot out of Fenwick, the Savona Services, Hollow Maple Farms 15, Cheeseburg, Sean Iftati. Going from 9th out of Beachville, the Woodstock Nissan 60 is Martin Schroeder. And starting in 10th, the always fast driver out of Ancaster, the Eccles Auto Service Brassey's Pub 19 of Kyle Wirt.
Again, 5 cars going to make it. That means 5 cars heading for a Consi event later on. Green flag is out on mini stock heat race number 2.
Oh, Adam, guess what's coming into the booth right now?
Yeah, Burger Barn.
Burger Barn.
Wait, are we this excited for Laura Hughes, or are we this? No, I'm this excited for burgers.
Oh, that's mean.
I can see Laura any Friday night, but it's only special Fridays where we get fed.
Rob Twitchett out in front, leading the way as Tim Jamieson rides back there in second. And the guy that used to drive that car right on his back bumper, Paul Longboat, in the 188.
Did you notice, how did Kyle De Silva do in Twitchett's car last night?
I did not see lap times, but I do know Kyle was in the Twitchett 69. I'm sure no matter what the lap times were, his heart rate was up and he had a blast. Yeah,
he's been doing well from what I gather at Flamborough Speedway on the pavement, while older brother Tristan is battling it out in this 01 mini stock here on Friday nights at Ohsweken.
Rob Twitchett out in front, Jamieson still there, and from the back row up to third already, Kyle Wirt in the number 19 has really shaped into one of the strongest competitors in this division this year.
Yeah, guess who's not in a transfer spot, Greg?
Right now, De Silva.
Cheeseburger.
And Cheeseburger. I believe last week he was in the B main again, and here he is just trying to fight his way into that top 5.
And he's in tough out there. I mean, those are some good competitors. Fabio Oliveri, Jansen's out there in the mix, or Martin Schroeder, rather.
So here comes Cheeseburg going, trying to make it 3 wide with De Silva and Paul Longboat, as only 2 of those cars will be in transfer spots. A little contact between Iftati and Longboat. Longboat gets down in Abramson, and Iftati now into the 5th spot.
That worked out as well as it could for Iftati. As long as he hasn't flattened a tire or anything, he is up into the 5th spot with 1 lap to go.
Final time around, can Rob Twitchett hold off Kyle Wirt here for this heat race win? Rob vastly improved this year. He has really been solid in that 69. He's going to give up the lead for the moment, but he'll make a charge down in 3.
Great battle as they head towards the checkered flag. Wirt on the inside. Rob Twitchett up high, and Twitchett's going to take the win.
So Wirt will come home second, followed by Jamieson. Iftati will get in through the heat, and Tristan De Silva will be the final driver to transfer to the A main. Everyone else will go to the B.
I just looked out at the corner of my eye at mini stocks coming onto the track at about 50 miles an hour. I think some of them got airborne. And it looks like we are ready to go. And Clint, I've got a question. I know you're busy. Clint's always all over the place, but how is our second place points on the outside of the front row?
I believe she had a couple of crappy weeks. You'd have to ask Doug that. Had some problems last week and the week before.
Oh, that's because it doesn't go by the whole season. It just goes by your previous 3 weeks, doesn't it?
Correct. So how it goes is off the money you've won for the past 3 weeks. So if you're away, you're charged with a feature win. So the guy or driver, I should say, who's won the most money will go at the back of the handicapping. Whoever's won the least for the 3 weeks will go at the front.
There you go. Troy, we want to see you out here next year. That's why we do it. That's why we do the broadcast. People watching at home impressed with the racing saying, going to look on the calendar and see what weekend works next season. Every Friday night, my friend, between May and September. You can't beat the action. at Ohsweken Speedway.
15 laps for this feature, and the top 2 in points separated by just 10 markers, the 32 and the 2. Jillian Hills in the 32 trails by 10 markers behind the 2 of Matt Newell, who's back there mid-pack to start this one. Andy Reichman lines up on the pole alongside the 32 of Jillian Hills. Row number 2, the 4 of Wade Thorne and the 54 of Christopher French. Row number 3, the 6 of Jason Dixon and the 69 of Rob Twitchett. Row 4, Fabio Oliveri and the 01 of Tristan De Silva will go off 8th. 9th, the 15 of Sean Iftati and the 19 of Kyle Wirt. Row number 6, the 6X of Mike Sarantakis and the 3 of Kevin Thorne. Row 7, the 23 of Dusty DeBoer and the 21 of Jonathan Ayrton. Row number 8, the 2 of Matt Newell, the point leader, alongside the 265 of Mike Evers. Row number 9 made up of Zach Buchwald in the 10 and the 7C of Cole Hardy. Row number 10, the 91 of Olivier Larocque, and the 38M of Matthew Moore. Row 11, the 1 of Jason Tolton, the 9 of Tim DeBoer. Row 12, the 60 of Martin Schroeder and the 11P of Patrick Abramson. Row number 13, the 71 of Austin Worstro and the 188X, that is Tim Jameson. And row 14, the 17 of Mike Taylor, the 188 of Paul Longboat. Kyle McKenzie, double greens in hand, ready to go. The HRW Automotive Mini Stock final feature of 2018.
Last opportunity for anybody to get to victory lane. Points championship on the line, and the glory of spending the off-season as the most recent winner. And as I look coming off of turn number 2, Tristan De Silva with an aggressive start works his way into turn number 5. That young man has been so close, and hang on to it, Reichman.
Wow, Andy Reichman got all sorts of sideways in corner 3, and really that car not getting back up to steam. So we'll see if there's something wrong under the hood of the 93.
Tristan De Silva getting a bit of a push from Kyle Wirt down into turn number 1. He'll look to squeeze to the outside of Thorne, but on the inside of French going into turn 3.
Hard to believe the bad luck of the last couple of weeks. Maybe good luck for Jillian Hill. She's checking out away from the pack, and the point leader Meyer deep mid-pack right now amongst all that racing that's going on. 2 laps in, 13 still to go.
Lots of racing still to come as Fabio Oliveri gets way out of shape in turn 2. That could have been worse, but it stacks them up behind him. Look at that gaggle of cars heading down into 3.
Part of that mix, 3 wide, is Matt Newell, and he gets sideways a little bit in corner number 4. The car wiggled, and he gathers his breath and the car.
Oh, problems for Tolton. Tolton's right front is pointed in the wrong direction.
Paul Longboat to the infield as well, and the 188 and the caution will fly. We're going to start an online petition. I would so much rather you be there this week.
I know, and I appreciate that.
Hey, I'm honest. Ready to go, and they're 4 wide again in corner 2. You've talked about great racing tonight, Adam. We're seeing it in this division. Oh, sideways is Abramson. And Reichman.
Got himself woed up. Pointed in the wrong direction there in turn number 2. We'll see if Doug Leonard, he does throw the yellow just as Abramson pulls away. I have a feeling this is not going to end well for Abramson.
Matt Newell picked up a couple of spots on that restart, so beginning to see the 32 of Jillian Hills and trying to gain some more points to stay at the top of the point standings. Just an interesting situation because usually the title contenders would start in similar positions, but like we've noted, Jillian had those rough weeks that cost her the points lead, but it helped her in a good starting spot here tonight in this feature. So we see the replay on the back stretch there.
And Kevin tells me it's Fabio Oliveri's birthday. We got to give him a shout out. The driver of that number 16 car, near the top 5.
J.R. Taylor asking, does Burger Barn deliver to New Hampshire? We can't even get at him there, so I'm pretty sure we're not going to get a hamburger there.
You don't know what you've got till it's gone, Greg.
They'll find out. The race is Sunday?
I think it's Saturday. I may still go. Tony from Pinty's has talked about going down. We may take a road trip. So that part of the street could stay alive, but I kind of like getting paid for being there.
Green flag is out. Kyle Wirt jumps out in the top spot now as they go down into corner number 1 with 4 on the scoreboard and 11 left to go.
Off of turn number 2, Matt Newell up into the 6th position, and then orange number 2, and oh, Sean Iftati is upside down off of the second turn. The car kicked sideways over, when he corrected it, it snapped back towards the wall. He got into the wall and the car just, it was a relatively lazy flip because he got up on top of the wall and then it looked like he went from one concrete block to the next and the front end kind of caught and flopped him upside down as Sean Iftati chatting with the safety crew there.
And when they got on the scene, the safety net was undone, which is usually a positive sign, and now he's crawling out from the 15. Getting things unhooked.
Yeah, I believe something caught up there as he attempts to get out of the car. And again, our safety crew is as good as they get. Now he's climbing back in. That's something we don't see a lot of.
Well, guys, I'm not sure what he was looking for, but he's out under his own power, ladies and gentlemen, here on the back straightaway. Maybe he's auditioning for the Burger Barn team here, guys. Cheeseburger.
That'd be a great fit.
It really would be. And we make light of these situations, but the safety crew is great. The safety equipment is great. We're having a look at the replay right now. Our camera crew always seems to capture the moment. That was the previous incident with L. Sliger in the 11.
Well, guys, I got him here on the back straightaway. Sean, the main thing is, how are you feeling?
Feeling all right. Another flat. That's probably about, out of all the flats I've had during the year, that's probably number 33.
Probably the worst one, too. Obviously, the car is going to be a little bit rough tonight, but you're all right. Season over. Did you have a good time with us here at Ohsweken?
I had a blast in my rookie season, pulling off a win, all that kind of stuff. I can't say anything better. Good thing it's the end of the year for this to happen.
Well, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, one of our newcomers and one of the personalities we got here. How about it for Cheeseburger, Sean Iftati? And he's all right.
33 flat tires. His night ends upside down in the wall, and he says he couldn't have had a better time.
Got out.
Somebody
Pointed
get that
in celebration.
Cheeseburger. So heavily damaged here on the wall. It's going to go on the back of the flatbed.
And that's another positive. And we'll have a look at this replay once again. Great shot. They were actually focused on Iftati. Maybe they saw the tire go down. And then he got up into the wall and then upside down.